But a lot of listeners, naturally, knowing your history, were wondering your thoughts on John Laurinaitis and his involvement in this whole thing.
Well, the thing with Laurinaitis is, and I've heard this from his lips, it's a publicly traded company, Jim. A publicly traded company. You can't yell at the trainees. You can't yell at the wrestlers and tell them they're the shits. You have to empower them. You can't verbally abuse them. It's a publicly traded company. So now we know that in a publicly traded company, you cannot yell at wrestlers. You can, however, fuck secretaries and then pay them $3 million not to talk about it. But you can't yell at the wrestlers. John Lord, my old friend, who would have thought 33 years ago, if you walked into the Philadelphia Civic Center and heard those people chanting, Shane sucks dick, Shane, and you saw the sign, Shane sucks Johnny's dick. If you'd have said, that guy with two left feet that can't ride a skateboard and Vince McMahon, the most powerful man in wrestling, will one of these days be working side by side to pay hush money to an offended secretary, I would have said, yeah, that probably sounds about right.
I mean, imagine how different your life would be if Mrs. Baba fell in love with you.
Because the guy gene had the cute smile and the dimple. You know what I'm thinking is, it's going to be interesting at Thanksgiving now around the Laurinaitis extended family home. Because now think about this. John Laurinaitis married the Bella twins' mother. One of the Bella twins is married to Bryan Danielson, one of the most nice, honest, wholesome, upright individuals in the world. Well, now, according to what they're saying on Twitter, because I don't honestly keep up with the Bellas and their immediate family, but apparently, while all of this falderall was supposed to be going on at Titan Tower with this unnamed employee, did you know the Bella twins' mother, Johnny's wife, apparently had brain cancer?
Oh my God, no.
While he's messing around with an employee while his wife, the Bella's mother, has brain cancer. That would have been that same time frame. That's what they're saying on the interwebs now. So I wonder what the frosty relationship is going to be like when everybody sits down to carve that turkey. I wonder which turkey is going to get carved first this year at Thanksgiving. Gobble Gobble or John Laurinaitis himself?
It also brings into question, makes you at least think about the idea that Laurinaitis, who had been cast away from talent relations, he was an agent. And all of a sudden, when Paul Levesque started losing power, John Laurinaitis is once again right there, Vince McMahon's left hand and Pritchard his right hand. in more ways than one, maybe.
There's material in there somewhere. Which hand are you going to get, the left hand or the right hand?
In terms of the timing, it is very interesting that all of a sudden Laurinaitis would rise back to this role that no one thought he should be in and no one thought he would ever rise back to having. And there he is. Vince McMahon knows he has people that he could trust enough to say, here's the paralegal I like to fuck, take her. Like, what?
But one thing, and I'm going to talk about my experience with Vince in a second, but in all seriousness, I don't know which came first, whether Laurinaitis had we'll put you back in talent relations again because you know too much, or whether Vince just did that because he was bringing back everybody that he was comfortable with from 20 years ago when he had all his faculties, and these people were what he did, were the people that did exactly what he said. Bruce and laryngitis and whatever.